We still have moderate to locally heavy snow, one last burst that's moving through the metro area that will add to the already totals that we have, which for the most part in the 6 to 8 inch range around here. So you're going to tack on probably another ½ inch to an inch to your totals here from Fishers and Anderson and moving through downtown right now here. Roads are a flat out mess. Lindsay and Chuck have been keeping you updated on that all morning with all the slide offs and accidents. I'm going to start with radar and then we'll get to some of our NDOT cameras here across the area. But again, this will be the last gasp. This will be south of Indianapolis by noontime, but over the course of the next 90 minutes, we're going to have some fluffy snow that will add to these totals here. So you can see where the backside is now. It's pushing through Whitestown and Westfield, but that is really good snow that's dropping over Meridian Hills and Broad Ripple, Williams Creek. Going to move through Lawrence and move through downtown here. As we expand live Doppler 13 radar, and keep in mind, this still has to pivot through the southern portion of the state. So you're going to get some additional snowfall. A lot of areas from Bloomington, Columbus are already about 9, almost 10 inches. So we suspected we would get some double-digit totals south of I-70, and that still looks like it's going to be pretty much in play here. Let me show you a couple of our cameras here across the area. This is one in particular. This ramp, I-69 in Benford, has been a massive problem here because it's elevated, and it's not only elevated, not only an overpass, but it also is uphill. So we've seen a lot of slide offs at that particular location here this morning. And you can see that particular camera is within that burst of snow. Here's another one. This is 465 Keystone Avenue. Passable, certainly, but a lot of my coworkers that had to come in from the north side were talking about how much longer their trip was this morning. Let's give you another camera. This is going to be 465 and Michigan Road, okay? And then we were talking about Williams Creek here just a moment ago. So this is 62nd Street and Keystone Avenue, just to show you how snow-covered that is. And then we're going to keep you on the north side here. This is 465 Allisonville Road within that snow burst that's moving through the metro area. One last gasp. So 7 inches so far, roughly around 7, the official total at the National Weather Service office. I think they're probably going to tack on at minimum another ½ inch, if not a little more than that. So bottom line, this is turning out to be what we thought it would be. Most snow we've had in Indy in 3 years with the system. We'll see. We might rival the event we had back in 2019. Either way, we still have a long way to go. There's a lot of blowing. There's a lot of drifting that's still going on, and that wind is going to be coming in from the north. So east-west roads are going to be greatly impacted, especially in the rural areas where it looks like almost like there's a term we've used before called a snowshin, where you cannot see the road. It blends in with the surroundings. That is something that we're going to be dealing with for today here. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we still have a long way to go before we can wrap this thing up. The winter storm warning, by the way, goes until 7 o'clock. You can see a few of the accidents. Here's live Doppler 13 radar with temperatures lower to mid-20s. And we are not going to sniff out even being near freezing till possibly Monday, if that. And if we clear out at all with this deep snowpack, we're easily going to get down close to 0 and likely we'll get below that at times. Here's that wind. This is not gusts. These are sustained 15, close to 20 miles per hour from the north. So that's what's going to be problematic. Even after the actual snow departs, we are still going to have time in this winter storm warning because of that, the blowing and the drifting here. And speaking of departure, so as we get closer to about 11 o'clock, it'll be east-southeast And then by the time we get toward 4 o'clock, this thing is, at least the snowfall's done. But we're still going to have continued blowing here and some drifting as we go through. So the weather impact alert day continues here, goes into the afternoon. We've got that burst of area moderate to heavy snow blowing and drifting. What you should be doing is allow extra time. You know, if your travel time typically takes you half an hour, you may have to double that based on what I'm hearing and looking at the roads. And if you're heading out, just make sure you are going out just in case you were to get into a snowbank or something like that, that you got your stuff in your car, blanket, water, some snacks, just in case something, you know, if you get caught in one of these drifts here that are around. Let me show you a broader perspective. So there's the departing surface low. There's an upper low that's moving through, and that's what's prompted the backside snow that we knew would have to pivot through here. And you can look upstream where they have cleared out, and they do have that fresh snow, single digits there in KC, 11 in Des Moines. So that is really going to be a function of, do we have a blanket over us, meaning do we have cloud cover, or do we clear out? And if we clear out, and that is certainly a possibility here at times the next couple of days, well, nights especially, that's when we're going to run into getting our temperatures down close, if not below zero. And that is something that we'll be fine-tuning in the days ahead here. So we'll give you an update here. We're at 10:07. We'll get you back to live Doppler 13 radar here for folks that might just be joining the stream here. So one last burst for the road, if you will, for this winter storm. And some folks are saying that what's moving through right now is about as heavy as it's been for them. It's certainly a fluffier snow, so it accumulates quicker here. And you can see that burst that's over Fishers and Pendleton and Fortville. So definitely a shot of a quick ½ inch to an inch before this thing wraps up. You're done now in Lebanon and Crawfordsville and Tipton, the snow's done. And then you still probably have another, I'd give it maybe another couple hours there, Bloomington and Columbus, before that axis can move through. So we're going to be on top of this for you. We've got crews heading out. We'll have our noon show, of course, coming up top of the hour, 11 o'clock. We're going to run down some snow totals from the system here. We'll have that. We'll see you coming up at 11 o'clock. Stay safe.